For years, the USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service, or NRCS, has been a key partner to help farmers and ranchers achieve their sustainability goals. We're joined now by Jeff Nichols, who is the Rangeland Specialist for the Nebraska NRCS. Jeff, thanks for being here with us today. So cattle producers really invest heavily already in conservation practices on their own land. How does NRCS work with these landowners to support those efforts?
Well, we just like to come alongside the farmers and ranchers and give them first technical assistance to help support the questions that they may have or problems they may have out there solving some resource issues on their land, but then also come alongside them and offer some financial incentives through our programs that we have, and that enables us to assist them in ways that they might not find assistance other places.
You know, I know you all offer such great financial costs and some co-oping costs through programs. Some still view it as a sort of an extra step that they have to take, or something that's maybe cost prohibitive or labor prohibitive on their farm and ranch. Maybe talk about some of the specific programs that you can help technically or financially to help offset some of those burdens to the landowner.
Well, one example of a program that we can help landowners with is to help control eastern red cedar trees or woody encroachment on their grazing lands. And that particular practice is beneficial in that it helps reclaim acres that have been overtaken by cedar trees and bring those acres back into production for grazing.
So when you talk about woody encroachment, there's really some innovative type of ways to manage that really aren't new. But how is NRCS working with groups within the community to sort of re-embrace those techniques, and what are they doing here?
Well, we like to be able to meet with landowners either one-on-one or in small groups to have a conversation with them about the challenges they're facing on their land. And in the area of woody encroachment, there's lots of different options out there for them to consider as alternatives to help address that issue. But the two primary ones that are used in this area would be brush management practice, which is basically going in and cutting or mechanically removing that woody species, in this case, eastern red cedar, or the use of prescribed fire. And so prescribed fire, there's a lot to that practice in terms of the technical aspects of it, and there's a lot to learn. These landowners in this area have a lot of experience utilizing that practice, but in other areas of the state, maybe they don't. So we try to gather some of the experience and successes of groups such as the Lusk Canyon Rangeland Alliance in this area and transfer that knowledge over to other groups in other areas of the state that are just getting started.
So whether it's using fire or in an area that maybe that's not the right tool, but maybe mechanical ways are versus chemical ways, it's really important to have a local field staff in place that understands the landscape, the environment, and most importantly, the landowners. Talk about the importance of that local staff.
Right. Having that local person, that local contact that farmers and ranchers know not only through their position at NRCS, but also know as a member of their community. That helps to build trust and camaraderie among the landowners and the NRCS person, technical person that's working with them. And so we feel that that's a really important aspect of what we do.
You know, our crews travel all over the country and has had the opportunity to tell the stories of conservation and partnerships with NRCS, and we've seen that local field staff in action. Thank you for all you do here to help Nebraska landowners in their conservation efforts. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's easy to get started on conservation planning and practices. Just call your local NRCS office or visit the website nrcs.usda.gov to learn about the technical and financial assistance that NRCS can provide.